So going back to one moment to this verse of the Gita, 4:34, Tat Vidi Pranipatena, there Krishna speaks about pranipat, pariprashna, and seva, surrender, humble inquiry, and service, loving service, as the qualities to be exhibited by the student. And of course, we have the danger of inquiry without submission, which is not desirable. But let's also look at the danger of submission without inquiry in order to avoid cultism. Because, again, this is where the cults come from. Many gurus are inept, not only in our tradition, of course. So gurus may be inept, and the cults will be protecting that. Too much inquiry will expose such gurus' ineptitude. So the cult culture dissuades that. So sometimes it's called a culture of faith. But that actually is the sit. And it's presented as genuine Vedic culture, where there is no place for healthy inquiry, depth, opening of the heart. This type of so-called cultish culture emphasizes the importance of submissive surrender, quote unquote, pranipat, very loudly, very enthusiastically enough to drown out the cries for help for rigorous inquiry, basically, pariprashna. Sometimes we loudly emphasize surrender, but we do not compensate and balance this emphasis on surrender with the idea of proper inquiry. So those who ask too many questions in this type of scenarios, or who repeatedly sometimes present the same unanswered questions, but important questions that may have been repeatedly dismissed to the guru, such people sometimes get ridiculed in this type of cultish scenario, and they may feel to feel like something is wrong with them. Why you insist asking this question? Why you are not submissive enough? Stop asking the questions, surrender. Although there has been no answer to the questions, and they are valid ones. So in this connection, we have the example of humility, let's see, and surrender in circular reason. This is a classical situation. For example, if someone repeatedly presents a question that needs to be addressed and that needs to be answered by the guru or whoever, some cultish disciples, or even the guru in some cases, may accuse that person, the inquirer, of not being humble enough or surrender enough due to insisting or presenting some necessary question. And of course, if someone accuses in such a cultish scenario, someone accuses you of you are not humble enough, you say, no, I'm humble enough. Of course, they will say, okay, that proves that you are not humble enough. And if you acknowledge, yeah, you are right, I'm not humble enough, they will say, oh, you see, we are right, he's not humble enough. So this circular reasoning. So similarly, if such cultish followers, so to say, accuse someone who is inquiring from a proper place, accusing you of you have excessive pratishta, and if you say yes, you are right, I have excessive, or I have pratishta, because who is free from pratishta? And even if you're free from pratishta, you shouldn't say I'm free from pratishta. You shouldn't say I don't have a problem with pratishta. That's not very much representative of someone who's free from pratishta. But the point is, if someone's accusing you in such a situation, you have pratishta, and you say, yes, I have, they will feel, okay, we are validated. He accepted our accusation. He has pratishta. Or if you say, you don't have pratishta, they will say, oh, that's a symptom of pratishta. You are in denial of pratishta. You're in denial of reality. So sometimes this vicious circular reasoning is presented in this cultish templates. And yes, of course, we can already feel how from this cultish scenario we are entering a different scenario that will come from that, but it's a related one, which is authoritarianism, or more specifically what Eric Fromm calls authoritarian religion. So in authoritarian religion, the subjective experience of the participants is that of subordinating themselves in obedience, reverence, and worship to higher power. That's the experience, subjective experience you will have in such a scenario. And the basic reason for that surrender will be not the moral quality of the authority or the love and justice the authority displays that makes the followers want to surrender, but that the authority has power over them. Authoritarian religion, which of course similar pattern found in other totalitarian regimes and so on.